This is Tangent Telephone.
Hello, my dudes, and welcome back to another episode of My Identity Just Got Stolen, and I just found out that someone tried to open a credit card at Home Depot. So that's weird. I have yet to look into it because I quite literally just checked my email and it was like, hey, you have a new hard inquiry on your record. And I was like, that's fucking weird because I didn't do that. Long story short, I had to look up all these weird abbreviations and I found out that it was a Home Depot credit card, which if I don't know if it's gonna be hard to prove that it wasn't me, probably fucking not. But let's just say in a world where it was gonna be difficult to prove that I didn't do that, does everything about me not prove that I would never have a Home Depot credit card? Actually, that's so wrong. I am constantly building things. But if they just had to go based on look, and I walked into the office. Which office am I walking into? The credit union. I walk into Equifax or TransUnion, and I'm like, someone tried to steal my identity. And first of all, I wonder how that even happened. My car got broken into last year. Wait, let me go back to my little role play. Sorry. Someone tried to steal my identity and open a Home Depot credit card, and it wasn't me. And I'm gonna need you to fix it. And I look like this. They're gonna be like, okay, ma'am. Absolutely, you didn't open a Home Depot credit card. But also, how did this happen? My car got broken into last November, and they literally took everything. They took my entire Louis Vuitton purse, which don't leave a Louis Vuitton purse in your car, especially when it's a Honda Accord at the time. But they took my whole purse, which I just so happened to have my social security card in that day because I was at the doctor and I needed it, whatever. And I reported that. You know what could have happened? I could have been sleepwalking. But Home Depot wouldn't have been open. I don't know. I probably should figure that out, but I also don't do phone calls and I hate admin, so maybe I'll just let that person live their truth. Well, live their truth through my credit. Unless they're trying to buy supplies to kill someone and cover up the crime scene. I don't really want to be tied to that. Sometimes I think about the fact that I wear extensions and what if whoever's head this came, I know this is not probably how it works, but whoever's head this came off of committed murder and they find some of their hair at the crime scene and then for some reason I'm a suspect. First of all, that doesn't make any sense because if they did a hair test, they probably would take it from my head and not from my weave. Anyway, welcome to Tangent Telephone. I'm no longer sick. I am on my fucking period though, but you know what? As much as I hate being on my period because it's awful, genuinely this was not just a pregnancy scare. I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but fuck it, why not? My period was late. I just had it in my head for reasons that I was pregnant. No, it wasn't even late yet. It was supposed to start on Friday, and it was Friday. And then Saturday, I took a test, and it was positive. And I was like, I can't do this again. I can't do this again. And then later, but it was weird. It was it was positive, but I also had let the test sit for a really long time. So I was waiting for someone to be on FaceTime with me to look at it together, and then that took a long time. So that night I went and I had 2 other pregnancy tests, different brands, and I took them with the person who would have been the hypothetical father. Well, it's not a hypothetical father. It's not a hypothetical. You get what I mean? And one of them didn't work. Nothing happened, and the other one was positive. And I was like, holy shit. That night, no, Sunday night, I started bleeding a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, my period, hello, I'm good. But then I was like, wait, why would I have 2 positive pregnancy tests? I feel a false positive is not that common. And I didn't bleed that much, so I was sorry to not sorry to my male audience. You literally are here because of this, so shut up. In advance, I'm telling you to shut up if you're thinking, I don't want to listen to this, it's gross. Bitch, you came out of your mom's vagina. Or maybe you were C-section. Either way. Anyway, so I was like, fuck, maybe I'm just spotting, or it's implantation bleeding or whatever. So anyway, I went to the doctor the next day, yesterday, because I was like, I have to get a blood test because I don't know what's going on. Turns out I'm not pregnant, but I have elevated HCG levels, which is the hormone that the pregnancy tests are testing for. And usually the only reason those hormones are elevated is because you're pregnant. There's a few other reasons why that can happen, and I'm not going to get into which one of those is my reason, but it kind of all made sense. And so I was like, well, that's super cool. Thank you, body, for freaking me the fuck out for a few days there. Like, and then really freaking me out after like the 2 positive tests. I was like, there's no, like, but this is just it. This is my life now. So that was a thing. How did I get onto that topic? Oh, because I was like, I'm not sick anymore, but I'm on my period. Why am I feel as though I'm talking in a weird voice? Question mark? Like not this whole episode, but every now and then, like a weird voice is coming out of me. And that's not unusual, the weird voice thing, because there is like a small European woman that lives inside of me and sometimes comes out. Like sometimes I will randomly have a British accent, Scottish. It's just there's someone else that lives inside me sometimes and they sometimes come out. But that voice I was just doing was like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's see, what's happened? Well, I had a busy weekend. Friday, went out to this place called Floor Room. And then, then we went to this house party in the hills. LA is just so incestuous. And it's like, I'm ready to go out of town and go out because I'm a little bit sick of the same fucking people being everywhere. Not that I don't love a lot of them. I do. But then there's also a lot of them that I don't. I don't know. I need to get out of LA for a hot second. Saturday I was doing work stuff. Saturday at night I drove to Orange County pretty late and then I had to leave at 8 a.m. for a shoot. But it was super fun actually. We just stayed in, but like this guy's friend is a DJ and we just like turned the house into a club. They need to just fucking legalize mushrooms so I can talk about it freely, you know what I mean? But it was fun. Like we stayed in, but we had our own club. I don't know why I'm recapping my weekend. Is this something that I usually do? I guess because actually, it's currently Tuesday. I normally record Monday, post Tuesday, but you don't give a fuck about that. Sometimes always my thoughts move too fast for my words. And usually my words can keep up decently, but sometimes things like that happen where I just combined 19 words into one and it sounded like, oh God, I just actually felt blood come out of my body. Hey. I wrote down, some things I was thinking about last night because I was planning on podcasting and I just was kind of writing down my thoughts because there are a lot of them. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm sitting kind of weird, I'm hunched fucking forward, I don't think you can say fucking before a word that starts with the letter F. It sounds weird. Fucking forward. Well, that's not true. Fucking fruitcake. I'm hunched forward because 90% of this chair is taken up by bug, as per usual. Oh, also, last week's episode had a lot of downloads. However, which it usually is always like this, where YouTube doesn't have, it doesn't even scratch the surface on the amount of, I guess, watches, listens. So I had a lot of downloads, but I said in that, you need to watch the video of this, because I put in, full other clips of things that were not in the audio podcast. And also, if you're just listening, not watching, hello, I have cute pigtails today. I don't know why you wouldn't want to see that. I do get it though. It's weird. I have some podcasts that I just listen to. Well, that's maybe because they don't do video. And then some where you want to be watching for the visuals and stuff. Maybe you just think I'm really fucking ugly and you're like, I can tolerate your voice. I just can't have your face be the vehicle. You know what I mean? That's fine. At least you're listening. I hate that I write these notes and I don't know what the fuck I was talking about at the moment when I wrote them. There's so much weird stuff happening right now, in the world and also in my life. But that whole Bobby Althoff and Althoff, I feel like that sounded wrong, and Drake thing is so interesting. I mean, it's not because I get what's happening. But if you don't know what's going on, I'm sure you do. Everyone fucking has seen that interview and knows about the situation. But she removed it and they unfollowed each other, whatever. As someone who knows one of those people, and I'm not going to say which one I know, the whole thing is, it's nothing. It's just for PR. Quite literally, it is just for press. Nothing, there was no beef that happened. And it's so crazy to see, I get it. This is what they wanted. To see all these, insane theories and speculation. And it's guys, it's just, this is what they wanted you to do. There is no reason. They just did it because they knew that everyone was gonna fucking freak out. I really like Bobby though. I think even just seeing her in interviews where she's not playing her character, I think she's just seems like a really chill person, even when she's not being monotone and just unenthused. I do think she needs the right guests because Drake was good, because he's funny. I just saw, I watched like 5 minutes of the one with Tyga, and I knew going into that, like, Tyga's not fucking funny. Sorry, Michael's not funny. And so that one was a little, wasn't great, because like the guest has to be able to, like, Lil Yachty did really good too. We're gonna have like a pop culture segment on this. I want to. The only reason I haven't is because like I just get stuck in like, it's sort of what happened with YouTube, where like I wanted to be posting more like beauty and fashion and stuff like that, but then like once I started my OnlyFans a few years ago, my demographics totally flip-flopped, and so then it was just like way more men, and so I feel like I can't, blah blah blah. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of times when I talk about like pop culture stuff, people are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But then like I feel like most people know what I'm talking about. Did any of that make sense? Maybe we'll do a little pop culture segment sometimes if I feel like anything interesting is happening. I don't know though. It's also like, it's just so redundant. Anywhere you look, like people are talking about Ariana Grande and SpongeBob. I honestly genuinely don't know that man's real name. I just know he was SpongeBob. I saw this last night. I know two of the 4 people involved in this, so I'm not going to say names, I guess, but it's like a public thing that's happening. Basically, there's a boy, quite honestly, who did reality TV at one point, went on a popular podcast, said some shit about one of his exes, and then his ex went on another popular podcast, which just so happens to be hosted by someone who used to host the other podcast that the guy went on. There used to be 2 hosts, now there's only one, and now the other one has her own podcast. You know what I mean? And so the ex went on her podcast and shut everything down, and like, it's actually insane. I fully believe her. She's like, first of all, she's hot as fuck, very eloquent the way she speaks, and it's just so, the whole situation, it's like her boyfriend is absolutely, undoubtedly, like, has narcissistic personality disorder, and what do I say? Well, I guess we don't need to know my experiences with them, but like, just listening to his ex on the podcast, it was like, it honestly felt like I was listening to someone explain my relationship when I was in a relationship with someone that did reality TV, aside from like abuse. And my situation was quite intense, but all of like the little nuances and just like the accusing her of cheating when in reality he was, like, just projecting everything. She said that he called her a narcissist, which my ex did to me too, and I was just like, okay. It's just like all of the very typical textbook narcissist things, and it's just so interesting. I think the most interesting part about it wasn't like the he said she said thing of like, he goes on all these podcasts and he's done this before with his other exes and like trashes them, says they were cheating, blah blah blah, but more so the fact that they went on these 2 like rival podcasts, you could say, and it's like always kind of been clear which one's good and which one's evil. And I don't know, I just thought it was funny, and I thought it was a good move by the podcast that had the ex-girlfriend on. I just think it was interesting to watch play out, because I will say, otherwise I wouldn't have known about their like relationship or breakup or anything. I didn't even know who this girl was, but that's just because I don't keep up with people like on social media. But I do know, I pretty much have already said it, I do know the dude in this situation, and it's not surprising. It is not surprising. Okay, bug just moved so I can sit back now. Back in the day on YouTube, I used to do story times, and I would do a decent amount of celebrity story times, or like, yeah, I guess I would say celebrity story times, sometimes like just big influencer story times. Recently I've been getting a lot of requests to do some more of those, and it's had to have been like 4 years at least, maybe 5, since I've done a little story time, a little celebrity story time. I mean, even just a story time in general. And I never said names, well, except for that one time where I did. But then like we ended up being friends and like hooking up after that video. Other than that though, I never did. And like, I just remember there was this one video where I told the story of what happened. It really wasn't a big deal, but the title was like exposing an A-list celebrity or something like that. And oh my gosh, I just remember like being so confused at like the thousands of comments just guessing people, and a few people for sure got it right. I feel like it could be fun to tell someone on the pod, especially because like a lot of them are old now. It's not like it wouldn't be super easy to figure out who I'm talking about. I mean, not that there's not recent ones. It's almost like I need to like write down the date of when things happen, which I've never done, but maybe like starting now, and then like 2 years from when something happens, that's when I'll talk about it. But I feel like I have a lot of stories from years ago. 2020, a lot of stories from that year, and it could be fun to just tell them. I wouldn't worry that the person would be like found out. Okay, actually, I just realized that's a lie. I went on No Jumper last year. And to be fair, I didn't like do stories. They asked me straight up, I think, like what celebrities I'd hooked up with, and I didn't even want to say names. I don't think I did, but they were like guessing, and I'm pretty sure they beeped them out of the podcast, except for one of them, which they fucking forgot to bleep out. Their full podcast was on their Patreon because I was like topless in it. But I did upload it to my OnlyFans if you want to listen to that. So that one, like, thank God that part wasn't like on YouTube, because they really got me to say some words about some celebrities and situations I've been in. But I don't want to just talk about like celebrity hookups. I mean, I don't know. It could be fun. Let me know. I feel like with TikTok, story times have come back, and granted, like they're much shorter now, which is maybe why people are liking them again. You don't have to have a super crazy attention span to watch like a 40-minute storytime video on YouTube, because those were so big. And then, I feel like they're really back now, and I could shorten them. I don't know. I'm not great. I am not a good short form content person, because concise is not, I was going to say not a word in my vocabulary. It is, but my brain does not register it as one. No. I'm the opposite of concise, and I'm the opposite of to the point, and also chronological, and except for, I will say, when I'm writing, anytime I've been writing about something, like I'm able to really focus and be a good writer and not be all over the place. But then speaking verbally, nope. No. I probably sound, oh my God. I swear I should have like taken some time when I moved in here to like realize that this was the noisiest fucking room in my apartment, because I may not have made it the podcast space. In fact, I definitely would not have. Okay, should I pull a topic out of the phone booth? By the way, I was gonna say I don't know why this just popped into my head, but I do know why. Every man out there needs to listen to me for a second, okay? Okay, you know what? This is serious. Men, listen the fuck up. Class is in session. This is the most important thing that you're gonna hear all day, maybe all week, maybe all year. I feel so passionate about this, and it weighs so heavy on my heart, and it's so important, and you need to listen. There is a proper way to respond to a nude that someone sends you, okay? There is a proper way. There are a few proper ways, none of which are hearting it, giving it a thumbs up. Could you imagine giving a question mark? No. None of those. You're not giving a one-word response. You're not responding with one emoji. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say you must mix words and emojis, multiple of them. You can't just use one word. It needs to be at least one sentence. It probably should be more. I would actually like a 2-page double-spaced 11-point font paper, but realistically, a couple of sentences and some motherfucking enthusiasm and respect and praise and gratitude and credit card numbers. If you're doing like the thumbs up or the heart or the just like hot or like the hard eyes, not only is that not the response that she would like to read, but you are just fucking things up for yourself, okay? Because let me tell you something. I am as motivated to continue sending nudes and progressing into videos and to get nastier with the nudes and the videos. I am motivated solely based on your responses when I send the nude. You send me a hard eyes, you're never getting a nude from me again. You give me a thumbs up, you're never hearing from me again. I already blocked you. You give me a word and an emoji, it's gonna be a while probably before I send you another one. You're not gonna be my first pick. I'm not going out of my way. Because where's the appreciation? Where's the gratitude? Where's the love? Where is the love? Literally, Justin Timberlake had it so right when he said, "Where's the love?" Isn't that a song about 9/11 and I'm making it about nudes? Okay. Additionally, you are not responding with more. Send me more. I need more. Oh my God, show me more. Why? So that you can not acknowledge the photos and videos that I'm going to send you again? I'm sorry. Where is my praise? Where is my appreciation? Where is Why aren't you worshiping me? Just in general, this can all just be summed up with, why aren't you worshiping me? Where's the adoration? Where's the admiration? Where's the appreciation? My body is art. I took the time to take a nude and send it to you when the only time I like to take nudes is when I'm posting them on fucking OnlyFans. And I decided to, out of the kindness of my heart, take a nude just for you and send it to you and not post it on OnlyFans. And you're gonna fucking thumbs up. I'm sorry. Next time I'll just go post it on OnlyFans and make thousands of dollars. You know what else is the wrong response? Just like if it's on Instagram or Snapchat, whatever, just screenshotting it and then maybe sending like a hard eyes. That feels very entitled and greedy. And did I send it to you? Yes, but you're just gonna take it? You're just gonna screenshot it and not say anything? If you would like to continue receiving nudes from this person, you should probably respond in a way that is, number one, so appreciative. Number two, you have never seen, like, oh my god, I have never seen anything so fucking perfect, beautiful, amazing, sexual. The craftsmanship, the artsmanship. You look like you were literally just crafted by God. You need to be astonished. You need to be stunned, okay? So that's like the first part. And you need to express that, okay? You're not expressing that with one emoji. Use your fucking words, okay? I know you can do it. You've never seen anything like this before. You know what? Take it a little bit further. You've never even seen a nipple before. This is your first time seeing one, and it's also just happens to be the most beautiful one you've ever seen. Get in that mindset. Number two, if you've already like had sex and you have like somewhat of a relationship, if it's like not like you're getting a nude but you guys have never hooked up before, feel free to tell her what you would like to do to her. But keep that part brief, because like that can get a little weird and it can get a little heavy and it can be like, okay, now I also don't want to send you any more nudes. Do you see how like it's a delicate balance, but also effort is better than not fucking trying? And 99% of you bitches, you bitch boys, the way you respond to nudes is just unacceptable, and your mother wouldn't be proud, okay? God is not proud. At this point, God is no longer claiming you as one of his children if you are responding to nudes in such a shitty way. It can be a short paragraph. You could also, if you're going to see her soon, you can be like, I can't wait till the next time I see you. Oh my God, da 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 da. Then, like I have said probably a million times already, praise, worship. Use your words. Use your adjectives. Don't get too crazy with it. Don't make her think like, did he just like open up a thesaurus? Short paragraph. Doesn't have to be a long one. Or if you would like her to send you nudes for the rest of your life and dirty videos and like who knows what else, respond with a fucking audio message. Maybe a couple of them. That was the best nude you've ever seen, and you're not saying this, by the way. This is the mindset, and this is what she is feeling when she reads your response or listens to your response. That was the best nude you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. You are genuinely grateful and blessed to have even had the privilege of seeing that, which you are, by the way. So let's just like include that in the response because it's true. If she reads your response and feels good about herself, a concept, she feels good about herself and she's like, fuck yeah, that was a hot nude. I know that he liked it. I'm hot shit. I'm gonna get a little crazier with like my positions and maybe send some fucking videos. When you respond to nudes in a less than favorable way, you are only hurting yourself, okay? She's gonna be like, well, fuck that. I'm not gonna send that guy nudes anymore. Next, bitch. You, on the other hand, could continue to get nudes from this person, but you fucked it up because you didn't respond the right way. And it's your own goddamn fault. I don't feel bad for you because I'm telling you right now, and if you continue to respond to nudes in any of the ways that I've described that are bad, I don't know what to tell you. You can't be saved, and I guess you're just never gonna get the good nudes that girls will send. Because trust me, you may think, I get a lot of nudes, like, what do I fucking care? No. If you're not putting effort into crafting your responses, you're not getting good nudes. You are not getting the nudes of her doing acrobatics. And that, I'm not just speaking for myself. I have taken some wild fucking nudes and videos, obviously. Even before I was posting stuff online, trust and believe that my high school boyfriends were getting Cirque du Soleil naked edition photo taken on my flip phone. First of all, maybe just high school boys in general. They're 18. It's newer to them. They're less desensitized by it. I don't care if you're fucking 62 and you're married. If your wife is sending you, first of all, that's everything, and I hope that's my future. I will be sending nudes until the day I die. Probably on the day that I die, I'll probably be posting a selfie from my from my deathbed. It's like you're fucking it up. You're fumbling the bag for yourself, and like I'm just trying to help. I know it sounds like I'm like scolding you. You know, I'm being a little tough. I am quite literally just trying to help you get more and better nudes. Ball is in your court. You get that first nude, especially that first nude. The way you respond, It's gonna make it or break it, okay? So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk on the proper way to respond to a nude. My camera is blinking at me, so I guess that's where we're gonna end this one. Didn't even get into the phone booth. But you know what? Maybe that's good. I feel like this was quite an all over the place episode, but the last 2 weeks I was fucking sick and I was like a goddamn zombie. The moral of this, what we're gonna all take away from this is, when you receive a nude from someone, praise them first with your words. Leave a voice note, whatever. And then you're also going to send them a photo back. 2 photos. The front of your credit card and then the back of your credit card. And you're going to say, do with that what you will. You hot ass bitch. Honey, I love you. Thank you for gracing me with your nipples or your vagina or your ass or whatever the fucking photo is of. Do you hear me? Okay. I should be a teacher. There is an art to receiving a nude. I feel very, very passionately about this. There have been many times where I have received a less than satisfactory response to a nude. I straight up will tell the man, you will never see another photo of me naked again. Pretty soon I'm going to get to the point where I require a full dissertation for every nude that I send. I'm going to need like a PowerPoint presentation on the emotions that it made you feel. I'm going to need you to use like the emotion wheel, pick the emotions it made you feel, extrapolate, put it all in a PowerPoint, give it a nice theme. I want a fun background. Make it a good PowerPoint, not too busy, just a few keywords, and then you're going to explain verbally what you are trying to present to me. Before you start the PowerPoint, I'm going to want to be handed a glass of champagne and like a comfy chair. Get all comfortable and then have you do the PowerPoint. This is just for one nude, okay? Just one nude. This is the response that I'm pretty soon going to expect. At the conclusion of the PowerPoint, I will request a gift. Doesn't have to be a huge gift. There's a lot you can get with like a $1,000 Amazon gift card. Like you can do. It can be small like that, you know. But I'm gonna want a gift after that presentation, and then I will be ready to really ramp up the sluttiness. I will desire to give you more nudes, okay? And at that point, you're probably gonna be like, stop, please stop. I don't have 3 hours every day to make a PowerPoint anymore. Like this is getting out of hand. And then I'm gonna say, fine. You don't have 3 hours to make a PowerPoint at my nudes. You will never see my vagina again, in person or in photos. I don't know what just happened. That started as real advice in the very, very beginning, and then I just took it to a level that I'm not really sure what just came over me. But you have options: PowerPoint, credit card, gift, dissertation. I'm giving you the answers here. Okay, you have no excuses anymore. Rate this podcast 5 stars and leave a review. And be sure to subscribe on Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts and YouTube. And you're welcome for that free, honestly, a 400 level class, I would say. That was a high level class that I just gave you for free, so you're welcome. Just give me your credit card.